What's up, everybody? Boy, do I have a cool update for you when y'all get in here. I'm not going to zoom too much. That's about right. I have a great update for the channel for y'all. I hate how this hat looks crooked in this camera. It's not crooked. It just looks crooked in the camera. I'm waiting for some people to come in. It's going to be boring as usual for the first little bit because we're going to let some people come in the room. And of course, it's just another drive stream, but this is not non-tent. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. What's up, everybody? Coming on in. What's up, Claire? What's up, King Charles Tube Sock? Keeping swine in line. Claire, good to see you all. Keep coming in. Keep coming in. Let's build this room. We have an amazing update for you. And by we, I mean me and Tiffany, but Tiffany's in the house. I think y'all are going to be very happy to hear this. Give me a sign that you would appreciate it if Tiff and I were to get back onto an actual case that's happening right now. Not one of our own, doing what we do, getting on a case and helping some people out when it needs to be done. Give me a 1 in chat if you're cool with that, or if that excites you. And don't worry, we're not going to get arrested again or nothing. At least I hope. You never know, though, because cameras don't lie. Cameras don't lie. Video with audio does not lie. But by God, the government does. Am I right? The government lies. So that's kind of what this playlist is going to be about, is a very particular case that just so happened to have happened within driving distance of me and Tiffany. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that there's a viral video happening within driving distance of me and Tiffany in which the government is clearly lying. That doesn't surprise any of you. That doesn't surprise you, does it, Kathy? How about you, Linda? Are you surprised about that? That there's a viral video that's going all over the internet of a case in Indiana. There's your second hint. In Indiana, in which the government is clearly lying. I hate to inform you all about this one, what I'm getting ready to say, but for this case, we're going to have to get a little political. Everybody knows I hate politics, man. But there's a lot of politics involved in this one. STD's not surprised that the government would lie and that there would be a video that calls the government liars, because it's so obvious, man. All right, let's do a little, let's figure this out together. Let's just make sure that I'm not wrong, okay, about the facts. Everybody picture yourselves in this scenario, whether you're spectating it or you could be a person like walking across or being the driver, but I got a scenario for you. Let's say there's a red light in a city district. The light is red. The vehicle is pulling up to the red light, and there is the ability to make a right-hand turn. Guys, put in the chat what the law says, what everyone knows that has a driver's license or doesn't even have to have a driver's license. What are the circumstances in which would make it where that person can go ahead and turn right? I want to see your all's answers. I want to see if anybody catches the one that we've got an issue with. When you're pulling up to a light and you can turn right, there's no sign saying you can't turn right. What are the circumstances in which you can go ahead? What all do you have to do? You have to put on your turn signal. That's one of them. What else? Red light district, Amsterdam, says Hanky Spanky. Not that kind of red light, brother. Give way to what, Mears? What do you give way? Stop and look both ways. That's a good one, Angel. Turn signal, full stop. That's good, DG. What else? Who has the right of way? I'm in my driveway. You all know about the biker bar down the road. People in traffic. That's right. Mirrors has got it. So we all know that the pedestrians have the right of way. Put a one in chat if that's correct. Pedestrians have the right of way. If people are crossing across the street and a vehicle approaches at a red light and they want to turn right, they have to wait on the pedestrians. Am I right? One in chat if I'm right. Let's just make sure that we are not as stupid as the fucking cops in Lafayette, Indiana. Apparently. And you'll understand why as we go on through with this. Look, we all know it. We're not stupid here for public safety. This group of people ain't stupid. We all know that when there are people crossing the fucking street, that we don't get to drive through them. But there's a man with a front butt and a gun in Lafayette, Indiana, who thinks that because he wears a shirt that says Donald Trump, and that the people he wanted to run over are protesting against Donald Trump, that he could just drive fucking through them. It's all on video. It's a viral video. Put a one in chat if y'all have seen the video I'm talking about. At least heard about the incident from the protest in Lafayette, Indiana, about a week ago. Yeah. You don't just get to drive through them. He thought he could. I'm not naming names yet. But this video completely shows the aftermath of the situation. It's obvious as shit. It's just like our videos when the cops are fucking lying about a case, an incident. The cops have every fucking factor wrong, and they are completely biased towards one half of the situation, and the half is in the wrong in the first place. They're clearly covering for this front butt lunatic who was wrong in the first place because he tried to plow over a group of people at a fucking red light who were crossing at the crosswalk. You don't believe me? Just wait. Nobody said they didn't believe me in chat. I'm just saying this for the haters. And for Todd's viewers, hey, what's up? You should get in on this. You should ask Todd, why don't he put down the liquor bottle and get up off his ass and hike it up there to Lafayette, Indiana, and actually do something for a living instead of sitting in his basement living on his wife's money and the monetization that we got him on our channel for public safety. Hi haters. Let's get some shit done, shall we? Are you all supportive of Tiffy and I getting knee deep involved in this case? I think we should. I think we need to, because it's in our turf. You know what I mean? It ain't like we haven't handled people like this before. We've been to Carrollton, Kentucky. We know the Gregs and the Pats, don't we? Like, we know how to handle these people, these nut job government bootlickers who always seem to get covered when they do something very illegal. All right, so maybe you haven't seen the video. I'm going to give you a few more clues as to what incident I'm talking about. I'll bet you a lot more of you have seen it than you thought. The guy jumps out of his truck, gets headbutted in the face. He got himself headbutted in the face by being a deranged front butt lunatic, starting shit with a couple of women. And a man defended them women and headbutt that motherfucker right in his face. Dude said, call 911. And he ran off and he went to his truck and he retrieved an assault rifle. And then proceeded to run through the crowd holding his assault rifle like it was a toy. You ain't seen it, Joe Black? Pointing this fucking thing anywhere and everywhere. Looking for the person that headbutted him in the fucking face. How about that? Thank you, Soccer Count, GS. So, the cops finally come. Now, all this is happening on the front lawn of the fucking courthouse. on an organized protest, which was planned with the government. Sheriff's Department's responsible for that, right? For the safety of the people at this event, at least for the safety of the government, right? Put a one in chat if you think that once the Sheriff's Department knew that there was a protest planned on the front lawn of the fucking government building, which is their jurisdiction, that they would be there as security. Put a one in chat if you think that would be a responsibility of the Sheriff's Department to have security on the lawn. This is a big protest I'm talking about, y'all. Thousands and thousands of people. Don't go political. I'm not sided. It's just a political event we're talking about here. And if anybody tries to deny the facts to this case under the guise of being politically involved or charged one direction or the other, they're fucking liars. And I don't need them following me. If people here following me can't see the facts of the law being broken and then corrupt government covering for a party involved in the case where the law is clearly established, and they want to hide behind the guise of, well, it's because I support Trump or I support Biden or Kamala or what the fuck ever, then they can take a fucking hike from here. I got no problem with that. But it is a very political situation because it involves a protest. But the laws are the laws. The police, the government, wow, do they ever force us to follow the laws? So why can't they? Why can't they? I'll tell you why, because they're motherfucking sovereigns. And they can do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm sick and tired of them stealing and extorting my fucking money and not following the same fucking laws that they expect us to follow. And not doing their job, which is to enforce those laws as they are written, not per their feelings. So, in this case, it would appear that the government of Lafayette is so biased towards a side of politics that they're fine with putting the people of the city in danger of a front butt MAGA moron running around with a motherfucking assault rifle through a crowd of people while he looks for someone that he wants to shoot. I'm not okay with that. I don't care if you're wearing a Kamala Harris shirt or a Trump shirt. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. And here's why. Because we pay the money to law enforcement to make sure that they're the ones that settle those situations. And guess what? They won't let us, we the people, they won't let us handle those situations. They'll put us in jail for trying to handle those situations. As a matter of fact, that's part of the problem in this case. The man who was running through the crowd of people in his truck jumps out and verbally attacks women who were there as crosswalk security. That part of their job was to make sure that nobody got ran over. They were wearing orange vests, the whole 9 yards. They were supposed to be holding the traffic at red lights, which they were. This dude hops out of his truck having road rage at them and was very aggressive. And thankfully, there are some real men left. Some real men. And there happened to have been one there who was like, not going to let these women get attacked by this guy. I'm going to go try to defuse the situation. And he did. He walked up and they got into a confrontation, a yelling match. To which this dude was not backing down. The guy who was in the wrong that tried to run people over, he was not backing down. He was pushing himself, belly pumping. What would you all do? Men in chat, what would you do if that was the situation that you were in as a man trying to keep this aggressive motherfucker from hurting these two old women? I'm sorry if the women are watching. I didn't mean to call you old. Women who are probably not keen to take on a man twice their size. What would you do in here, men? What would you think that a man would do in here, women? What would you do? If this dude clearly is not listening to the conversation that's trying to be had, where you're saying, man, please get back in your fucking truck, dude. You're wrong. Get out of here. You're having road rage. He didn't have his gun on him yet, okay? What do the men do, y'all? If the dude's belly bumping you when you're trying to tell him, please, sir, I'm diffusing this situation. Get back in your fucking car. What does a man do when the dude's pushing through you? I tell you what, y'all scared to say it? He cocks that motherfucker. Now get in your fucking truck, bitch. Get in your fucking truck. Leave these women alone. That's what a man does. That's natural. That is naturally what men are supposed to fucking do. Am I wrong? One in chat if I'm right. If that's natural. If that's what we people are designed to do. Real men. Put a one in chat if you think it's okay for naturally a man to decide, I'm going to headbutt this motherfucker in the face and make him get back in his truck. You know why we're scared to do that as men? Because we're scared of the fucking government. Because they've made it illegal for us to handle the situation on our own without their help. Because they want to take our fucking money. There ain't very many people really supporting that, but I don't know why. Because, hey, if government dies tomorrow, that you better hope that there's men out there like that. You better hope that there's some badass women out there like that who come up and karate chop a motherfucker, make him get back in his truck before he hurts two people who are not prepared to defend themselves. So, that's what happened. Oh boy, fucking headbutt him right in the nose. So get back in the fucking truck. You've been told. You're in the wrong. Get the fuck out of these people's faces. Stop pushing. Put a one in chat if pushing into people, pushing through them while flailing your arms, if that's just as much of an assault. Remember, this person was already in the wrong because he's trying to run over people who were in a crosswalk with the green fucking light to cross. That's what we're talking about here. That dude who was wrong had road rage, jumped out of his truck to two women wearing cross guard outfits and starts belly bumping them and screaming with a bullhorn. His fat ogre wife had a bullhorn and she's hollering some fucking political bullshit. They were there to start trouble. I'm going to prove it to you with nothing but the facts. Tiff and I have been working on this case for a few days now, and we have everything that you need to know to show exactly what the job that law enforcement has been paid already in Lafayette, Indiana, to do. In 3 days, Tiffany and I got every fucking thing that Lafayette government needs to walk into a courtroom and fucking slam dunk establish a case against this fucking moron who thinks that it's appropriate to fucking assault women and run through crowds carrying fucking assault rifles, looking for someone that he wants to shoot. Tiffany and I, from 3 hours away, have developed every single thing without a whole lot of work that their government needs to walk into a courtroom. Let that sink in. To walk into a courtroom and put this guy behind bars. Why is it so easy for us from 3 hours away but yet they're not doing it? Y'all tell me why. Tell me why they don't want to do that. Do you think that the government wants these types of people running around their fucking cities? People that are looking for someone while holding a gun that they want to shoot? I do. I think the government wants those people. I think that because I see way too much of it, and I know how easy it is for them to stop it. Happy birthday, VOP. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. But I do believe that's what's going on. Was anyone hurt? Yeah, there was people hurt. There was people hurt. I mean, nobody got killed, if that's what you're asking, thankfully. But probably because the dude with the gun that was trying to find the person he wanted to kill couldn't find him. Thank God there was a big crowd there to stop him. And then he walks up to another dude who was filming it, which everyone in here would have had their phones out. This dude's filming it, innocent bystander, and that same guy gets back out of his truck again, walks over to him, fucking grabs his phone, yanks it out of his hand, and tries to steal it. Fucking getting physical with him. It's all on video. Lots of videos. And you won't be surprised to learn this. Actually, no, before I tell you this part. How do I want to, I want y'all to be interacting on this. So, do you think that, put it on in chat if you think that the government would have wanted to take action against the driver? Let's see how many people think that's the case. If you think the government would have wanted to take action against the driver, the one who aggressively tried to drive through the people walking across the crosswalk, the one who jumped out of his truck and was I'm going to call it assault, because slamming my chest, I couldn't imagine walking away from an incident where cops saw me chest bumping a couple of women and not charge me with assault. Could you imagine? So put it on in chat if you think the cops would probably have wanted to arrest that guy if they had everything they needed. Not very many ones flown. How about this? Do you all think, put a one in chat if you think they would prefer to arrest the dude that stood up for them women and headbutted the motherfucker? Put a one in chat if you think they'd rather arrest him. Now the ones are moving. Because you all know our government. Uh-oh. How unfortunate. How unfortunate is it that this is how we know our government? They questioned the guy who was at fault. Let him just blow some bullshit smoke up their ass. I didn't point the gun at nobody. When there's fucking clearly video everywhere. And witnesses who were all trying to speak to the police. The video coming out is going to be sensational for you all to watch. Because I collected it all that was available in 3 days. And I put it together in a timeline. And it's obvious. It couldn't get more obvious. There is no argument. There's no argument. Unless you're arguing over who you prefer for president. Or what the politics are behind some shit. It ain't got shit to do with this case, though. So, in 3 days, while being busy in life, Tiff and I were able to go to the internet, a place that everyone can go to, especially police, and we gathered it in a timeline, all of the facts. We know who the witnesses were. We know what they tried to report. We know what happened when they tried to report. We know where the cameras were. We have several different camera angles of this same exact incident. Everyone that is trying to provide this factual information to the police is telling the exact same story. And then it's backed by all the videos. There's only one story. But even though there's only one story, there are a lot of political people, the propagandists, who are sticking their fucking noses in it and trying to twist it into something without the facts. And it's creating animosity between the blue and the red. What the fuck? Who cares? Who cares about Republican and Democrat? I know everyone cares about being able to cross a crosswalk. And I know that everyone cares about having some dude with a whole ass hanging off the front of his body, running up to women and chest bumping them. We all care about that. And I know we all care about motherfuckers having assault rifles running through crowds looking for someone that they want to shoot. Am I right? Put a one in chat if we care about those things. Put a 2 in the chat if you care about politics more. Then being able to go to a city in a state where you're living and not having to worry about crossing crosswalks so much, getting assaulted by some dude with the fucking overhanging skin of an ass on the front of his body, ramming it into you, and then getting a fucking assault rifle out of his car, running around trying to find someone to shoot. Those are things that are more important to worry about than who the fuck is president. They're worried about war, but it's happening with those people right there. Those are the people trying to start one. We're worried about it too, we the people. We're worried about it because our government seems to enforce that. Our government is literally protecting that behavior right now in Lafayette, Indiana. I'm not going to stand for that shit. If I got to pay these cucks to do a certain fucking job and their job is written in black and white and it's simple as fuck, the case, then I expect them to do the fucking job. Otherwise, lay off the men. Lay off of the man that had the balls to do what men do in that case and protected those women. Lay off of them. Listen here, Lafayette Police, I know you're watching. If you don't want to do it, get the fuck out of our way. How about that? Listen, police, if you don't want to do it, move. Move out of our fucking way. Don't charge us for doing what you fail to do. Get the fuck off of we the people's back. All right, I'm going to read this. Philly made. Chris, you do understand that the man that pulled out the rifle was headbutted, went back to his truck to get the gun. Police detained him, then released him, are now looking for the man who headbutted him. Exactly, Philly. But you know what you didn't even know, and I didn't know until I really looked into it either? They arrested that dude right after it happened. They arrested the man that protected those women and slapped Fatty with the fucking headbutt. They arrested him. He went to jail. But the fat fuck with the rifle, no jail for him. The police say it's still an open investigation. But if you read the investigation papers, which I will be providing to you, they say they're investigating an assault on the dude that headbutted him. Put a one in chat if you think that the government of Lafayette is being political in this matter. If you think that they're pulling this shit because of their political platforms. I guarantee you this, they know they can arrest the dude. They arrested the dude that headbutted for assault. I believe. Actually, we'll get farther into that. We'll get farther into that in this playlist, which it'll probably be like 3 or 4 videos, I'd say, maybe a little bit more. You can hold your breath, Sasquatch. They arrested him, and all this proof is so easy to get that the other dude violated law. Listen, they're right when they make the excuse that Indiana doesn't have a law that really makes them where they can do an obvious arrest on a person, because it's an open carry state, okay? And our laws pretty much say that the person's gun has to be pointed at someone for it to be intent with a deadly weapon, right? There has to be more factors for that one. But what about disorderly conduct? What about assault when he's belly bumping and chest bumping those women? How about assault when he grabs old little boy and yanks his phone out of his hand and walks away with it? Tiffany made a pretty good point. She said, well, they could get him for attempted theft even. How about the traffic violation all by itself? They got plenty. They got plenty to make an arrest on. Brandishing is not in Indiana. I know, Clinton. Ain't that fucked up? Brandishing is in Indiana, but it has to be pointed at someone. There are more than enough. Look, you all know how this works. You've watched enough police interviews. When police develop what they call probable cause for an incident like this, they have to have one of two things. Either they have to have seen it somehow, like, and that includes video. They have to see a gun being pointed at somebody in this case. Or what's the other thing? Can y'all tell me? Y'all know what it is. What's the other thing that a cop can have that most of us disagree with? It's all a cop needs to write out probable cause. Y'all know the answer? Come on. What's the other thing? They either have to see it for themselves or not exigent circumstances. Good guess, Joey. What's the other thing that they can use to write probable cause and insert it in the case? Starts with a W. I got to give a little bit of time here because of the delay between... Bingo, Joey. Witnesses. Do you know how many fucking witnesses there were that said the same thing? He was pointing guns at this person, that person, this person, and that person. He pointed that gun at so many people. All the witnesses said, why is that not being used for probable cause? It's a conspiracy. No, it's a political biasness. It's a political fucking bias. That's what we're dealing with here. Lafayette government is red as fuck, and they're trying to allow this incident to occur because they need the world to know that they're willing to let their people get killed as long as they get to say, this town is going to be Republican. Fuck your politics. We barely appreciate the government enough to fucking pay our taxes. They think they're going to pull that shit too? That we give a fuck if they care if they're red or blue? We don't fucking care. We the people, we the constituents, we don't give a fuck. Not to the point where you're willing to let us get hurt. We don't give a fuck. We don't care which fucking king you want to bow to. We the people care about our properties. We the people care about our loved ones. We the people care about our jobs and our livelihood and our money. And most of all, our safety. Am I right? That's what we the people care about. We don't care about which king the government actors that we elect in our small towns choose to bow and kiss the feet of. We don't care about that. We care about the things that I said. That's what we fucking care about. So when those things are put on the line, your political platform does not matter to us, Lafayette government. Someone, Danny's thoughts. today in a congressional hearing, it was said that we voluntarily pay our taxes. I love it, Danny. That's crazy. I mean, we do. After the threat of being thrown into a cage, right? I volunteer it. You're going to fucking take my life away. It was the Democrats that said it. Yeah, they're both fucking retarded. Both sides. When it comes to putting political agendas above safety, property, livelihood, right? Economy. These motherfuckers all pretend like they're doing something. All these kings and queens. They just pretend like they're doing something for us. Because when incidents like this occur and we see right in front of our face that they have everything they need to do the job that's written in black and white, that they're going to refuse. Because of which side of the fucking color, if they stand on a donkey or they stand on an elephant. Fuck that. Trying to put what Elon is doing as something wrong. Fuck Elon. Fuck Trump. Fuck Harris. Fuck Biden. Fuck them all. That's my opinion. Because look, I'd rather put my safety, my property, my family, my economy first. That's what I put all that first. You're only a hero if you receive tax dollars. Tax dollars? What's that? You mean tax dollars? Damn autocorrect. Yeah, so this case, it's not political. I can shift it like that because I feel like there were politics involved. But the politics that are involved is the cover-up. The biasness coming from red or blue. That shit's got to stop. We the people need to put a fucking leash on that shit. Am I right? We need to remind them of what the black and white says, or remind them that we can easily tell them to get the fuck out of our way when we have to do the job ourselves because they're neglecting it. It's our job. And it comes before which fucking king we prefer to kiss the feet of. Our safety comes first. I used to watch The Thief rough, but after watching him say how his dog was his property and that he can do what he wants just because he owns just a dog, and now he turned on his own community. Yeah, Kimberly, we called him out a long time ago. It turns out Chris Ruff has been working with the government for a while. It's on document. We have that. Ruff is a turncoat. Whether or not he was ever actually what he claimed to be is questionable at this point, at best. But that's what's up, guys. I'm working on a playlist right now. We are heavily involved. I'm not going to spill the beans, but just so you know, Tiff and I have stayed unactive on foot, boots to ground for too long. So we're kind of getting cabin fever and the weather's been real nice. Put a one in chat if you're ready for us to get on the roads and get back out there and start being a little more proactive for our communities. We need to know that we have enough support, especially now that we're regrowing from a fresh channel. We need to get this built back up. Y'all know how much we need you. Y'all know how easy it is for the shit to hit the fan. Finkel with the big $20 in progress, working with ICE to get Mrs. Ruff deported. He said it himself, Finkel. He said it himself that his woman and kids might get deported. Shit. Mitch called the cops on him today for animal abuse. Well done, Mitch. Well done. Mitch thinks I manipulate him when I say these things. Very well done, Mitch. I'm not manipulating you. I'm saying good job. It would have been an even gooder job if you'd caught Chris upside the head when you seen him fucking doing that to that dog. But I don't expect everyone to do that. And I know that you probably would have been charged with the crime if you did it. So I'm not blaming you for not doing that. And I am giving you props for calling the police and reporting that incident that you witnessed, Mitch. Finkel with another 10. You trying to go broke over here, buddy? Finkel with another 10 says, it's for her own safety. He throws dogs. Imagine when it turns on her. Very good point. Let's get her to a nice, secure prison in El Salvador. Very good point there, Finkel. That is a good point. The dog is not going to be safe around the women and children. East Coast Audit dropping $20 big on us with nothing to say. Thank you so much, East Coast. You all are helping us with being able to afford doing the work. It's hard when you're not making a lot of money off the channel. Y'all know we put a lot into it, investment, financially included. So thank you all very much. The support that we need most, though, is to build this channel as high as we can get it, because as you all know, the higher our numbers, the more our support, the more we're able to do with eyes on it, because the eyes being on stuff is what keeps the government in check. So like, share, and subscribe, and get people watching, because you know what you get to find here. Look, all of the political channels have covered this video that I'm talking about. That's why I'm talking about it before I published the incident, right? Because it's been so viral already. But none of them are telling you all everything. Nobody's digging deep. And that's what we do, me and Tiff. We dig and we show you everything there is that we can find. In other words, we do this little thing that we pay cops to do called investigating. But as we all know, the fucking police suck. Just like all other government agencies at the job that we pay them so much money to do. So we the people got to pick up the slack. And me and Tiff are pretty good at investigating these cases. So we're going to do it. That's what we're doing. We've already started. So stay in tune. Make sure the notification bell is hit. Don't forget, mods, please plug OMC's channel, because as you all know, when we're out there in the community and we're doing stuff boots to ground, we go live on Tiff's channel. And that's been proven to be very important for us. So please, mods, before we leave here, Sock Generally Specific, I'm playing with my pickle, with my cock, and I want to apologize. That's pretty funny. Speaking of chickens, so Tiff and her son has got some eggs that are probably gonna hatch into chickens. They're doing the, what's it called, incubating or whatever, fertilized eggs, so that we can have a few chickens of our own at the farm we're releasing for the horses. So that's kind of a cool project for them. We're gonna raise some chickens and get some eggs and take care of them and all that good stuff. But it's neat to get the kiddos involved in that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're all the way from scratch. It's more impressive than just running to the local store and buying your chickens. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's cool that the kiddo gets to experience hatching the chickens as well as raising them. It's pretty cool. And I'm very grateful to have the lease at the farm where we're doing that at. So far, it's just an amazing spectacular. Like, we're so grateful to be in the position. It's been a great move. We're very content and grateful for the situation that we're in. And so far, we've been able to keep all 4 of our horses. So now that it's going to probably have to change. In other words, we have to figure out something to do with the mares, because there's room, but there's not enough stalls for all the horses. There's a couple areas that are available, cover for them, but it's not like the stalls, you know what I mean? So preferably We'll probably move the 2 mares to either another farm or, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll build something for them. I don't know. But yeah, so some homesteading videos is in order. Maybe Tiff should do those videos on her channel. What do y'all think? Got 84 watching. Generally Specific has 43. All right, yeah, everybody tune in and go over there and tell Generally Specific that we say, hi, you're welcome for getting you monetized, and fuck you for being such a douchebag. Liar. Todd's a propagandist liar. So you're all more than welcome to go over there and say hi to Todd, because I've got to go to the grocery store. Speaking of chicken, I got to buy some chicken breasts. We haven't raised any to the point where we can eat them yet. We haven't even got any hatched, and Tiff wants chicken for dinner. So I'm getting ready to run to the store. That's why I've been sitting here in my driveway in the car this whole time. I need to run to the store. I would have brought y'all with. I planned on bringing y'all with me, and then I thought, no, let me just sit here and do this live stream first. So I do need to get going. Guys, did Mods, I missed it. Did Mods put OMC's channel link in? Expect some live streams coming, because we've got cabin fever, and we're sick and fucking tired of not being proactive, boots to ground in these communities, in our neighborhood. This is our turf. This is our turf, government. We're here to watch you, to make sure you do the job, because I got tax bills and I got to pay them. So if you're going to take my fucking money, you're going to do the job, and we're going to watch you do it. And if you don't like that, that's your problem, because this is America. I have a First Amendment right, and I plan on keeping it. I don't give a fuck how many JJs are out there trying to throw a wrench in it. You ain't going to fucking stop us from being Americans and receiving the benefits of the money that we pay. I'm done fucking making or letting them think that they can stop us from being the people that we have a right to be in this country. And not only that, but I got a shit ton of stuff that I've been working on that I need to go boots to ground on. Would y'all put a one in chat if you'd be interested in finding out about Indiana government actors who we can prove have done some pedo shit? Put a one in chat if you want us to expose that on this channel. Holy shit, Finkel dropping $100. The red will hurt, hungover eyes. You seem loud to GS, but that's just because of his hangover. You're right, Finkel. It is definitely going to hurt his feelings to see us making money over here. I don't know why. Every dime he's getting right now is because I sent people, whether they liked me or hated me, I still sent people to his channel, and that's how he got monetized. Everyone watching Todd's channel right now is there for me. And that's why you will see this video within minutes to hours will be being played with him sitting in his wife's basement, drunk off his ass, talking mad, stupid lie shit about me. Look, I'll tell y'all one of the things. He don't think that he can get hit with defamation. This motherfucker today was over there talking about saying that my contracting business has been sued 5 to 6 times. I have never been sued. My contracting company has never been sued. Look, they're lying. That's defamation. Finkel dropping another 20. Holy shit. Rats to the Moon was tired of your voice an hour ago and left to go rake the leaves, and she's still there? Yeah, maybe Rats could try telling the truth for once. Oh, wait. They're not going to do that on Todd's channel. We love you, Todd. Long time. You keep fucking everything up, buddy. We appreciate that. Because the more you fuck up, the easier it is for us to prove in litigation. Finkel dropping another 5. Holy shit, dude. Dang it, Chris. No more super chats. Finkel, that's on you, brother. Thank you so much, man. You practically paid for our way to go out and do shit boots to ground, man. We love you. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Make sure that you got OMC's channel on the top of your list with the notification bell hit. And then you're obviously going to want this one too, because this playlist is going to be hot as fuck, and it's coming your way starting very soon. Love you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Oh, bye, Todd.